And John Lee here. It's time to see what's happening in your neighborhood. So here's your weather for Kansas City. It looks like it's going to be 43 and sunny today. Start off 9 this morning. You could see 43 going up 47, 55 by 3 p.m., 57, 59 by this afternoon. Hope everybody's got some fun plans for today. You can see the forecast for this week. 60s and even a 70s there on Wednesday. We're going to go to the zoo probably today. It's going to be fucking awesome. We'd love to do that. So maybe we'll have some shit from that. I don't know. Don't forget, if you like videos like these, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button for me and ring the bell for notifications. So what the fuck is going on in the world today? Well, we're coming to you from Kansas City, Missouri. So we're going to take a look at what's going on and hope everybody's having an awesome day. Hope this video motivates somebody, because I just could not help it. I gotta get going before the day begins, before my mom starts bitching about my friends. So I really want to start bringing some of the communities together, you know, whatever that takes. You know, my gut instinct tells me that we are like the biggest pussy whipped fucking nation, bully nation in the world. Yeah, it's a great country, but the corruption runs so deep and thick that it's almost it's definitely nauseating. When the corruption starts getting into the school districts and the government tries to start telling parents that they know what's best for their own kids, you start fucking with people's biological intuition and fundamental, you know, basis for survival and instinctive parental instincts, you know. So it's just hard to find the facts. Let's take a look at some of the headlines. I don't know if you guys recall the Jesse Smollet thing, where it was just a fucking joke, but take a look at what happened when he was sentenced.
I did not do it to myself, and you must all know. I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal, and I'm innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Holy shit. Crime doesn't pay, does it? Oh, which reminds me, I wanted to tell you guys about Kelly Clarkson's child support. I mean, wow. If you guys haven't heard about this, you have got to see this. I know it's 7 months old. But I just saw it, and if you haven't seen what Kelly Clarkson's kids are getting for child support, you've got to.
What doesn't kill you makes you strong. My personal life is kind of like, divorce is a really thing. It's horrible.
Horrible and expensive. E.T. has learned that Kelly, who was spotted today looking somber as she headed to work, has been ordered to pay her estranged husband, Brandon Blackstock, nearly $200,000.
Holy shit.
It breaks down to $150,000 in spousal support and $45,000 in child support for their kids, Remy and River. That huge payout is interesting, considering Kelly actually has primary physical custody. E.T. has also learned Brandon is no longer a producer on Kelly's talk show.
I care.
Either fucking way, $200,000 a month. Holy fucking shit. Jesus fucking H Christ. That's all I can say. And is it me, or has anybody been seeing the bullshit that's been coming out of Jen Psaki's mouth? Take a look. I mean, is anybody but me sick and tired of this fucking Jen Psaki? I mean, what the fuck? Has anybody been listening to the bullshit that's been coming out of her mouth?
Large biological and chemical weapons program. So it's a pattern, but they also have the capacity. While I'm not going to get into specific intelligence, we look at all of those factors. And we also know, and one of the main issue that prompted my Twitter thread yesterday was that Russia has a history also of inventing outright lies like this, which is the suggestion that the United States has a chemical and biological weapons program, or Ukraine does, that they're operating. Russia is the country that has a chemical and biological weapons program. So the objective was to make clear the inaccuracy of the information, the misinformation they're trying to put out, and make clear to the world that they not only have the capacity, they have a history of using chemical and biological weapons.
I mean, what the fuck is going on with the prices of gas and oil and fucking all this shit with the tit for tat and leaving our fucking International Space Station, leaving our astronauts up there? I mean, what the fuck? Seriously. Here's what Jen Psaki had to say about gas prices, and if you don't see the bullshit fucking just spewing from her mouth, then, you know, I feel sorry for you.
You may have noticed this week that your gas prices have gone up. I want to talk to you a little bit about why. A lot of it has to do with Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin?
The reality is that Russia is one of the 3 largest oil producers in the world. And the fact that they have started this conflict, invaded a foreign country, and they are such a big producer of oil in the world is the reason why the global oil markets are disturbed right now and why your gas prices are going up. The president's going to do everything he can to bring down the price of gas for the American people. But there are a few facts you should be aware of. U.S. production of oil and gas is rising. In fact, in the first year of the Biden presidency, there was more oil and gas produced in the United States than in the first year of the Trump presidency. And there's opportunities to produce more from here. But part of this is on the oil companies. Right now, there are 9,000 approved unused permits that oil and gas companies could tap into now to ramp up production. So what the president is doing is ensuring we're taking steps here to get more oil out into the global marketplace. That includes the release of 40 million barrels from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve back in the fall, and he just announced the planned release of an additional 30 million barrels. The only way to protect the United States over the long term is to become energy independent. That's why the president has been so focused on investing in clean energy technologies, so that we can rely on that and not President Putin to set the price of gas.
And that all makes sense, and that's all fine and dandy, but have gas prices just gone up because of fucking Putin? Or have they been going up since Biden's administration took office? You know, this kind of shit really fucking matters, and you know, they're pushing this going green, which is great and everything, but you know, who's the one feeling this shit? It's the people at the fucking pumps. I mean, look at fucking Joe Biden. I mean, this fucking guy is just, he has really pissed me off to no fucking end. The extremes that these people are willing to go to just to squash the American fucking middle class. I mean, all these fucking sanctions. Sanctions. And the American fucking people are the ones that are paying the fucking price. All the fertilizer. I mean, what the fuck are we gonna do? You know, you don't, I mean, talk about division. I mean, this entire situation has just been ran into the fucking ground. Here's Joe Biden yesterday.
The oil companies and executives, they don't want to pump more oil, although they have every capacity to do so. Nothing is slowing them up from doing it if they want to. Why? Rather than spend the profits in the increased price of gasoline, they would rather take those profits and buy back stock, buy back their own stock, rather than take that money and invest it in pumping new oil. Not a joke. So don't tell me gas prices rose because I've slowed down the American energy production. In my first year in office, American production grew by 9.7 million barrels today to 11.6 million, while we still made a major effort to deal with global warming and changing the way in which we shift to renewable energy.
Hey, don't forget, if you like videos like these, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button for me and ring the bell for notifications. I'm John Lee. I'm on to the next one.